Yo, welcome to episode 31 of Seraphic Blue. Miss Minerva, big trouble. What's wrong? I just received contact from Madame Daisy. She told me that Owen is leading the CMGC arms here. Eh? How could this be happening? It is due to the incident at the Chaos Salvation Association HQ the other day. After Owen learned that the government's resolute plan to engage talks with Abram was ruined by the OHG, he ultimately ran out of patience. Of course, Madame Daisy had tried to stop him, but as expected. We'll talk about this in detail later. Right now, we have to inform Edwin. Alright, so I took a bit of a break. I think I took like a 2-week break. And mostly because my earbuds kind of broke. Hold on. Oh, what's wrong? You seem to be panicking. It's bad news. Gather everyone quickly. Why? What's up all of a sudden? The CMG arms are coming here. Say what? Who's the one leading the CMG arms here? Don't tell me it's Owen himself. I'm afraid so. Damn. That's probably the worst that could happen. We have to gather everyone now. Therefore, expect an army of the CMGC arms to arrive here very soon. Needless to say, the CMGC's motive now is to capture the three entities of Seraphic Blue, Lake, Vene, and me. The reason is to pay back for what the OHG, did 2 years ago. While my plan for later is to try to propose negotiations with the CMGC, the risk is that if negotiations don't work out, we'll likely be charged with national treason and be taken away by force. Sigh, I knew this day would come. But I thought the CMGC hasn't taken any action on the OHG since the incident 2 years ago. What suddenly triggered the CMGC to come after us now? It was the incident with Abram the other day. Turns out that the government had done investigations of its own by sending emissaries, to the Chaos Salvation Association HQ. And the emissaries arrived at the HQ moments after we left. Remember how overly agitated Abram was? Because of that, the emissaries left empty-handed, just like us. As a result, the government believes that its resolute plan to hold talks with Abram was ruined by us. Bullshit! That stupid bastard Abram was the one who got angry for no reason. Well, yeah, that's the truth, but it isn't the problem right now. The main problem now is that the government thinks we're the ones who foiled its plans to hold talks with Abram. And that's all to it. Damn it. That said, there's one person who has ultimately run out of patience as a result of this incident. That person is Owen Balric, the chairman of the CMGC. He used to be the commander of the Imperial Guard of Frezite, but was forced to resign due to injury before joining the CMGC as chairman 2 years ago. Though he traditionally had strong tolerance, there's no stopping him once he loses his temper. He is nicknamed the Silent Dynamite for a good reason. For someone's patience to come to a breaking point, even though we did what was right. Talk about an ironic fate. This is going to be tough to handle one way or the other. Now that it has come to this, a clash is inevitable. Even if negotiations can get underway, it is as clear as day that they will not only break down. Yeah, the thing is, I got no intentions of handing over Lake, Vene, or myself to the CMGC. Should negotiations break down, let me try to talk things out with Owen. Owen is, by nature, an authority. Goddamn, I can't pronounce it. Because of that, he heavily values the government's dignity and alienates the civilian-based OHG, and will not revolt against the Queen. But will that be fine, Miss Minerva? Well, it is true that Owen is highly loyal to the government. He is incredibly stubborn. Yes, I know that. After all, there is no telling if I can stop him or not, since Daisy was unable to stop him herself. But well, at the very least, I can hope that he will keep a cool head when he gets here along with his troops. So, what are we gonna do from here on out? Well, it's most likely that negotiations won't work out. Therefore, if I want all of you to be on standby in the event that conflict arises, combat members, prepare yourselves and gather at the courtyard. Non-combatant members, prepare to take refuge in the airship dock. Let's get moving then. Alright, is this gonna be like a sequence of battles non-stop or what? And so, 1 hour later, a large army of the CMGC arms, led by Owen, has arrived at Rufford. For the purpose of negotiations, Edwin and Owen both stand alone at the entrance of Rufford. You look angry as always. Since we're negotiating here, how about you be a little calmer? Well, how about you do something about that earthly stench of yours? That does not suit well for negotiations. If you could say that I smell earthly, then I can equally say that you smell of sweat. I serve Her Majesty the Queen, unlike you. Don't put me in the same class as ordinary civilians. What is it that you want? You know what I want. Seraphic blue. First, an apology. I want you to apologize for all your acts of treason against the government up till now. Acts of treason? Oh, you mean starting with the incident in which I freed Vene from her bird cage. Saying that's an act of treason is tactless. It was only a break-in. It appears that this is just a waste of time. Well, that goes without saying if you ask me. You're only making things difficult for me if our lack of agreement here is that the only thing that we can agree upon. I suppose it can't be helped. In the name of the government, I shall hereby convict the OHG of treason against the government. Hold it right there, Odin. Queen Minerva. Yes, it is me. Why are you in a place like this? We have been dispatched by Madame Daisy as special envoys on a top-secret mission to improve relationships, our relations with the OHG. I believe that Madame Daisy has tried to inform you about this before you came here, but it would appear that you've lost your cool and turned a deaf ear to her. What is going on? Owen, this conflict is simply meaningless. The CMGC should abolish its sense of entitlement as a government's committee, as well as change its perception that it owns Seraphic Blue as an instrument of the world's salvation. Seeing that we and the OHG both share the same goals of eliminating the Gaia cancers, it is essential that we both parties work together to fight against the Gaia cancers. I appreciate that sentiment, Queen Minerva. But considering that we, the government, are the elite class of society, it is just unthinkable for us to be working with a cur like this man here. In all fields of this world, it must be that we reign supreme over all others. Damn, dude. That is how leaders should be. We cannot afford to pander to the civilian-based organizations. Owen, I will say this just once. Withdraw this instant. This is an order from the Queen. I will not listen. Oh, why you? How dare you defy the Queen's orders? I have already convicted of the OHG of treason in the name of the government. Therefore, by law, the OHG must be disbanded. Even if it is Miss Queen Minerva's order, we cannot bend the law. So if you please, Queen Minerva, allow me to proceed. I'm sorry. I wasn't much of help. You did what you could. I appreciate it. In that case, I have one last thing to say to you, Edwin. I shall give you a grace period of an hour. Before the grace period is over, I want you and the other two entities of Seraphic Blue to surrender to us. If that is not fulfilled by then, we will apprehend the three of you by force. That will be followed by arrest of all other members of the OHG. In the event that you put up in resistance to us, we will launch an attack without mercy. If you do not wish for bloodshed to occur in this city, you had best make a wise decision. Yeah, I got it. I won't do anything funny. But I have a proposal. I am all ears. Alright. I presume everyone has gathered here, right? It is now exactly an hour after my meeting with Owen, which means, though, CMGC Arms will be entering Roughford any time now, and all the members of the OHG will be apprehended on the accounts of treason. While the CMGC Arms have no intention of launching an assertive attack on us, it will launch an attack in an event that we try to resist. It has already surrounded the whole city and deployed a large number of its troops and weapons. So we just give up? I know that it's not in our nature to quietly surrender, but to be honest, given the situation, it will be hopeless for us to resist and declare war on the CMGC Arms. I'm sure no one wants to see their comrades die in battle. While dying can be said to be personal, intervention strives between people are just dumb to me. But as you all know, I got no intention to surrender Vene, Lake, and myself to the CMGC. Well, it's inconvenient, so to speak, I can't comply with the CMGC's request, but neither can I afford to sacrifice my fellow members. Which is why I made a deal with Owen. Owen is a man who values honor. He's definitely not one who would go back on his word once he has agreed to a deal. That said, here's what Owen and I agreed on. Any one of us, except Vene, Lake, and myself, who leaves Roughford now will no longer be regarded as a member of the OHG and will be overlooked. Let me just say this. Our enemy is solely the Gaia Cancers, and fighting the CMGC Arms is a fruitless strive. Even if we fight to the death, we will pretty much be dying in vain. Thank you very much to everyone who has fought alongside me up to this point. From now on, while Lake, Vene, and I will figure something out, you guys are on your own. I expect all of you to carry on with your lives peacefully elsewhere. Leave Roughford immediately and live on. That is all. Good luck. So it all comes down to this. With Grandpa Dolan and the rest making their way to evacuate via the Roanoke, we're now the only ones left behind. Talk about loneliness. You sure you're okay with staying here, Kane? Well, I've been living here ever since parting ways with my old orphanage. There ain't any place I can go now. Since I've been with you for so long, it's only right that I stay with you to the very end. And you, Foxy? Well, if I head back to Chaos now, only for people there to find out that I fled from a scene like this, I'll be labeled as a chicken for the rest of my life. Meaning to say, I'll be endlessly ganged up and mentally abused until I eventually get killed. It's one of the worst ways to die in this world. What are you going to do now, Minerva and Hassan? We made contact with Madame Daisy some time ago. She has officially announced the end of our mission to improve relations with the OHG, as well as the withdrawal of our contract, actually. God damn it, I keep saying, whatever. With our contract with the OHG to seek refuge within the OHG, we will follow Owen from here on out. While Owen belongs to the neutral party, he is certainly not one who will stage a rebellion against the Queen. That much is guaranteed by all executives of the Frezite Eternal Affairs Office. I see. Sorry. Oh, come on. Don't sound so dreary now. That's not how you express your gratitude, right? Thank you. Foxy. Yeah? I'll be sure to change my makeup like you told me to once I'm back at the palace. That's great to hear. Come, it is time. Alright. We are grateful from the bottom of our hearts for all the support that you have given us thus far. And we wish you all the best in what lies ahead. Thank you. Alright, I guess we won't be seeing those two for quite a while then. Alright, so we got ourselves into a terrible situation. Well, who would have thought that far from defeating Inde, we would lose our fight to the CMGC? Reality sure hit home too soon. Say, Edwin, maybe the CMGC arms won't suppress us if I alone surrender. Huh? What are you saying? It's obvious that I'm the one who is most wanted by the CMGC. If I be the one alone to surrender now, I'm sure the OHG will survive. After all, I had originally lived under the care of the CMGC, so I'm used to being treated like an object. Surrendering myself ought to be the best choice to make in this situation. No way. No, that's out of the question. By saying you alone will surrender to ensure the OHG survival, are you telling me you want to go back to the life of being ill-treated? Come on, lighten up. You're not alone here. Well, for me, if you insist on surrendering to the CMGC arms, then I'm coming with you. I don't mind carrying a heavy responsibility on my shoulders just for you. I'm fine, really. Don't fret too much, okay? Try not to think that everything's centered around you. Perhaps you have sensed a disturbing aura coming from me or something, but you could not possibly suspect that I would stage a rebellion against the Queen now, could you? We do not believe you would. We would just like to confirm this with you. That is just absurd. There is no way I would bear fangs at Her Majesty, the Queen. I pledge allegiance to Queen Minerva and all former queens who have ascended to heaven. In that case, we shall place our trust in you, and be under your protection until we arrive at the palace. Let us go then, Miss Minerva. I'm sorry, Hassan. I just can't imagine myself betraying my feelings. I can't just discard them. Miss Minerva! I cannot believe this. At this rate, Miss Minerva's life would be in grave danger when the CMGC arms marches into the city. What is the world coming to? That the savior of Frezide would get so worked up. What are you implying? I see. You have, after all, always been an ally of Her Majesty the Queen. Well, go after her now. Bring her back as quickly as possible. This will take a while. I guess we can only lie and wait here for them. It won't make any difference if you ask me. That doesn't matter. It's a thought that counts. So what's the plan? Now then. Well then, it's about time. Let the liberation begin. Another earthquake. Wait, there's something strange about this earthquake. There's no sign of the earthquake stopping at all. Say, how do we even get earthquakes up here? Just curious. What the hell's going on? Well, I'm gonna have to wait a while to give my reason why I didn't record for 2 weeks. Actually, fuck it, I'll just say it right now quickly. Well, my earbuds broke, so I didn't want to record without me listening to the audio because that just feel awkward. And plus, I wanted to take a short break so I can kind of, how do you say, get more like, what is this earthquake? Auto text. Basically, I took a small break so I can just kind of re-energize myself in this playthrough. But this does not feel like any ordinary earthquake. I had better inquire the government observatory about this just to be sure. Make contact with the government observatory immediately, soldier. Well, about that, sir. It's bad news. There was damage incurred after all. No, sir. This has nothing to do with the damage whatsoever. The thing is, Madame Daisy made an emergency contact with all the executives of the Internal Affairs Office not too long ago, and... Ridiculous. How did that happen? I could not believe it myself either. But this is an official report from the Government Observatory, and we have also just received satellite imagery in regards to this matter. We have satellites? Let me see it. Actually... I mean, we do have, like, big, fancy-ass computers, so... What in the world? Is this truly what it is now? We already have a high-speed aircraft on standby, sir. So, if you please, let us return to the palace at once. Why am I so surprised that they have satellites when they have airships? What the fuck, dude? What is wrong with me? Got it. Listen, everyone. Madame Daisy... the acting queen of Frezite has just declared a nationwide state of emergency. Operations are now suspended. All units are to withdraw immediately and wait for further instructions. I repeat, operations are now suspended. All units are to withdraw immediately and wait for further instructions. That is all. Move out. The earthquake has stopped. It sure lasted a long time. Perhaps too long. In any case, this doesn't seem like a normal earthquake to me. Bad news. Why are you... Aren't you heading to where Owen is? Never mind that now. Owen and his troops have already begun to withdraw. Withdraw? Don't tell me a miracle just happened. Yup, plot just happened. What is going on? Daisy declared a national-wide state of emergency some time ago. Does that have to do with the earthquake earlier? Yes. The earthquake earlier wasn't just any earthquake. It was one caused by an unusual phenomenon. An unusual phenomenon? The celestial border has disappeared. Whoa, okay. Oh, well. I guess people of the ground are gonna be up for quite a surprise now. I feel like this is a really bad thing because, like... I can't remember. And I don't want to make myself look like a fool of myself, so I'm not even gonna say much about it, of what this could possibly mean. Huh, what the fuck? Oh my god. Imagine the shock of everyone on the ground right now. So, is there any point to the tunnels now, or whatever they were called? I actually don't remember. Damn, it's been a while. The celestial border is gone. Well, it's hard to believe that with words alone. One has to take a good look at the scenery here to believe it. And I must say, Frezite's garden inner ring has now completely become one of the best scenic spots in Frezite. Said it before, didn't you? Before what you said back when the main body appeared. Oh yeah. Fate has come alive. That's right. At that time, I have no idea what you were saying. But now, I get the picture. It's different from this time, though. Huh? What's different? Fate began to lose its way. Nobody now knows where fate is headed to. That's what my gut tells me. There seems to be land floating in the sky. You're right. The kingdom of angels, maybe. Perhaps so. Like... So that is the celestial continent of Frezite. The home of the infant angels. It's been a long while since we saw Nexon, man. I wonder how he's doing. Oh yeah, now this is what I call a break from research. Troy. That thing up there is no doubt a grandiose revelation. Every researcher will be dazzled by it. I don't think any one of us has the mood to go back to work now. That's pretty big when you think about it. Is that land in the sky? This gotta be a joke. Looks like my collection of information isn't yet complete. This is big news. I have to get acquainted with the people up there as soon as possible. Then I take it that you'll replenish our stock of wine from there too, right? Imagine the wine. Well, yeah, eventually. Yangtze, it's been a while since I've seen your group. You can tell just by looking, no? It's land floating in the sky. That's not what I'm asking. I'm asking why is there such a thing floating in the sky? Beats me. You cold fish. That Frezite. Frezite? Yes, Frezite. I came from there. What did you say? So she really is the celestial maiden of Three Street Peak. God damn it, I forgot the name of it and it auto text on me. Who are these people again? I actually don't remember these people. It truly is a I can't even pronounce that. So that's your homeland, huh? I actually do not remember these two characters. Is that a photo of your family and your pendant? Whoa, what is this? Yes, me, my husband, my son, and my daughter. Huh, who is this? I feel like this is kind of relevant and very important. Otherwise, there wouldn't be a CG of this. December 18th, year 48 of the Rio calendar. Wow, this photo was taken 11 years ago. It's pretty old. Oh, are you implying that I'm old and ugly now? Whoa, talk about paranoia. Allow me to say that you're still a beautiful lady, even after all these years. I'm not impressed. You're harsh, as always. To be honest, though, it's not nice for you to leave your family behind in your homeland and betray them by coming here to work. Having said that, there has to be reason why you did that, right? I know. Or, I now know. Did George pay you loads of money to work for him? You really like poking your nose into my affairs, don't you? You certainly are not giving a lady the respect she is due. No, don't get me wrong. It's just that I'm curious about you. You are, after all, A Sarah human working for George. Huh. If you want to see me as some cheap woman blinded by the allure of money, that is your business. But no matter how people like you try to patronize me, I won't budge an inch. There is a deep meaning behind my actions. Do you have a considerable debts? It's for the sake of my family. In any case, I doubt an unmarried greenhorn like you will understand. Jeez, you really are harsh. I pity those who work under you. Wait, hold on. So she's a Sarah human. And she... Wait. Fuck, I don't remember now. Indeed. Fuck. So... She had children? And how would that work? At last, my era begins from this moment on. Now, it is the time for me to progress beyond my conquest of the ground. The whole world shall be in my hands, and everything shall be my bread and butter. So you guys have been just, like, sitting on that fucking cliff for, like, ever, right? I mean, Ended came after us, but, like, George, you've really just been sitting there, right? Anyhow, you sure are in high spirits. But don't count your chickens before they hatch just yet, if you know what I mean. Are you saying that I'll be fighting a losing battle? Not really. But the Sarah humans will believe that to be so. They'll wonder just what you, as human, regard... Wait, I think I'm confusing myself over what Sarah humans is. Yeah, I think I am. Ah, fuck. I think I don't remember what Sarah humans are. Damn it. Because, like... Are they just angels like Venet, Owen, and all the other people on Frezite, or... Fuck. Because when I think of Sarah human, I just immediately think, oh, Seraphic and human. I think they are just angels. I don't remember. I need to go back. I actually need to go back. That's why I was so confused over that character. Fuck. I actually need to reread because I'm stupid. But the Sarah humans will believe that to be so. They'll wonder just what you, a human they regard as one of their farm animals, are capable of. Yeah, the Sarah humans are just people from Frezite. I just got mixed up. What are they called, like, again? I know he's Seraphic Blue, but, like, wasn't there a term for him? For being, like, a hybrid of a human and a Sarah human or something like that? I forgot. I thought there was a specific term other than Seraphic Blue. Or maybe I'm just being stupid right now and making a huge fool of myself. I think I am just being a huge fool of myself. Alright, for being dumb. I am the black lion that feeds upon the world. A high and mighty beast that is leagues above any other animal. Does that mean you won't consider borrowing, the strength of a tiger or even a fox? I have already completely shaped Frezite's technologies, which have been sold wholesale to me into my own fangs. From here on out, I shall do the hunting with none other than my fangs. Are you telling me you can actually fight? You sure your fangs have matured enough to win against a race that has existed for 60 years? Experience doesn't matter. What matters is talent. I have Neo Devils and the LAJ. With these two large fangs of mine, I shall rip the angels and their wings apart before... No, wait. I'm just confused because he called angels. Me being little brained right now. Whatever, I'll figure it out once I get the chance to open up the menu and then look over the dictionary. Their wings apart. I shall rip the angels and their wings apart before scavenging them little by little. In that very case, show me just how a black lion hunts angels. Very well. Let's head back. I accidentally fucking tapped X. I have a special seat reserved just for you. Will wine be served? Well, you're underage. Excuse me? Just kidding. Funny joke. Rest assured, you'll be served a glass filled to the brim of the fresh blood as wine. Nice. Oh, and I would also like an angel to be served alive as a snack to go with the wine. I want to savor the scream of an angel as I bite off his or her flesh. Alright, and this is the guy with a really fucked up fetish. That won't be a problem. I'll be sure to prepare as much food and wine as you please. That's not a good thing. Finally, a flower has begun to blossom high above the waters and the lands. Now, the only thing is to wait for the flower to eventually enter full bloom and go wild. With the end of the tremors comes the birth of the cold and dark and auto text. If I had to give the flower a name, I would call it Benedict's Tears. Or whatever. Actually, I think I did pronounce it correctly the first time. So the barrier has vanished. Barrier? Yes, the barrier that was in the distant sky. All credits have to go to the man who knows nothing about the heavens, but has managed to upset the balance of nature. Why do you seem so pleased that the celestial border has disappeared? I'm sure you know why. Think about it. Who would go as far as to cause the celestial border to vanish? George. Yes, and that shows just what fate has in store for us. I don't want to think too much into that. Well, that's understandable. After all, the barrier was like a mighty dam that had persistently kept back violent storms until today. But that is now already a thing of the past. As time matures, so does fate. Who can stop the conspiracy of those two criminals? Who can break the chains of fate that bind heaven and earth together? And who can resist the pushback and raging storms of fate that now spread across both heaven and earth? The answer is no one. Everything is but a catastrophe. No, someone will be able to do all those whoa, can't read. Someone will be able to do all those, and even more even more so in the case of Venna and her friends. Supportive of others as always, eh? What's so funny? Oh, it's nothing really. Well, anyway, you and I can't directly participate in real-life events at any rate. How about we just get along now and watch this uncertain fate unfold? No, you watch it yourself. Then what will you do? I will watch over Venna and her friends. Is that so? Well, that's too bad. Yes, there is no way to determine the end of fate. The goal towards the end, however, has already been determined. The conspiracy of those two criminals will continue at large. The binds of the chains of fate will become even stronger. And the raging streams of fate will submerge everything until none is left. Given the clarity of those situations, it should be obvious to you all how fate will end. is the true answer to the true significance of this world, which they, and not she, will showcase. Makes me wonder if she's even capable of showcasing an alternative end to fate, supposing things go in her favor. Alright. With the revelations of the heavens and the real world now exist before our very eyes. However, that also means the dawning of a new fate, which we did not expect at all. A haze now stands in our way, and we are faced with having to overcome it. I can sense them, numerous black wings of evil intent, all over heaven and earth. Now that the barrier has disintegrated, they are fluttering about everywhere, and little by little, tints of blue are being taken away from the sky. Please, anything but that fate. Such, after all, is not what we hope for. Do not forget, dwellers of Gaia. Gaia is your home. Protect it at all costs. Wherever it be heaven or earth, treat everything equally and preserve the vividness of the blue sky. Wings now scatter everywhere. As Snow White desires and pitch black sorrows are woven together in waning silence. Alright, that was quite a lot of text. I think I'm gonna call it an episode here, so I'll see you guys in the next episode.